Yes.
Okay. So right here, Iman, was the last trade of yesterday for Roblox. Roblox opened right here. Let me get some arrows here. Get some arrows, and I want to go a little tighter. Okay, so Roblox opened right there, excuse me, right here, okay? Then it traded down, and then it traded up, and then it came back and it settled here. So you had this distance between here and there. And that's a big candle, big arrow. We don't want it to be that big, but that's a big distance right there, right? So it's showing us a pretty narrow, okay, picture of weakness, okay? You got your 8, got the 20, even the 200 is pointed downward. Okay, so just like I was talking about earlier, this stock, first of all, it's in the third position, it's green, it's down below the trap zone. If this thing trades up, all these people over here want to do is what? Get their money back, which means it requires them to do what? Sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
And here's your indicators. Again, the 8 is okay, but we're really looking at that 20, okay? And I know I don't give the 20 a whole lot of stock in the first hour of trading, but I mean, I'm going to go ahead and give him a little bit here, you know, because I know when I get that big giant gap like that, and this thing is green, it's in the wrong position. Everything about it is wrong.
Right.
You know,
Correct.
You know, everything about it's wrong. You know, here's my trap zone from yesterday. You know, green candles should be up here. Red candles should be down here, you know, but I got a green candle starting in this position right here. Okay. And that's the number 3 position. Why is this green candle down here? These people here from yesterday, all they want to do is if they can get any of that money back, if they can get anywhere close, and you can draw the circle. I mean, now it's a wider circle, you know, but you can draw that circle over there off of yesterday's low, you know, and everybody came into this little area right here and they just got down. But at the end, boom, from here, it just took off and it just fell. It just fell. So please be aware of those. That's a huge trade. That went from what, 31.80 down to 30.40. So it's like what, $1.40? You know?
Yeah.
$1.40 on a lot of those contracts, those option contracts. That's a huge move. It's a lot of money.
Yeah, no, in the open, it went from 30.75 to 31, what is that, 31.80.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got one even better today. That was man, it was a huge winner. Boeing.
Boeing, big?
Yeah, man, that thing, it made me nervous because it opened way underneath the trap zone. It was more in that third area, so you would think the probability would to go back up, but it just ran down. That thing ran down about 16 points.
Let me pull it up. Did everybody understand this real quick? Is everybody good? Any questions real quick? Because these are big money makers. When these things pull back into this little zone right here, please, into these gaps here, be aware of what's going on there. Okay, down below the 200. I mean, just down in, you know, nothing's gonna happen inside that trap zone. Okay, up in there, you know, there's nothing getting down up in there. That's not where it wants to hang out. It's too difficult to get through there. If it gets through there, God bless him. You got through it. Okay, cool. I got stopped out. All right, cool. I mean, you know, my hats off to you. Kudos to you. You know. Okay, so I'm going to assume everybody's good. Okay, so let's go to that Boeing real quick here.
Talk about a beautiful ride in the 8. Wait till you see it.
And then John, you had the cues. Hold on a second. I just want to stay on this one. Holy smokes. This was today, huh?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh my God, guys.
That
I-
man.
That's one of your stocks you watch, or you just felt like you knew it was, or you took it because of earnings?
No, I was I had it on a scanner that I got, and I saw it gap down. Yeah, and that
Oh.
thing, man. Whew.
Yeah,
Sure.
that was earnings too.
I'm not a fan of scanners, but that's okay. You know, I don't like them. You know, I like sticking with my same stock because I know those chances are going to come around. But that was a see now. Typically, Lauren, this bad boy, it's kind of in the number 2-3 position from here. Okay, so it opened here and traded down lower.
Yeah,
You know, typically I like to see him right here. That's a huge
Exactly.
gap down, but
Yep.
there was never a retracement from there. It was just, you know, so the thing about this, it's really hard. You're probably never going to catch this first candle. You know, you're probably going to come in somewhere around here. You're going to, you know, somewhere in that candle there. Hopefully you see that, oh, look, I got nothing, man. I'm going, you know. It had a little trade up there and then bam. So the minute it retraced the bottom of that candle, I would be in there. I know I would catch the first candle because I'd be a little bit leery. I'm thinking, it's so low already. I might get one of these, you know, one of those, and then get something like that. So I might be a little slow on this candle right here. I might be a little hesitant, but wow. Yeah, that was
that was an awesome trade.
nasty right there. I'm telling you guys, you know, I was in a room last night and they thought I was the doom and gloomer, but I told them, I said, we only got one cycle. It's boom and bust. And no matter how much they tried to push this market up today. If you look at the SPYs, they were just trying to hold this bad boy up. I mean, they was just like Charles Atlas. They were trying to hold him up as much as they could. Because what the market only finished up with like 61 points, you know? I mean, please be aware of what's going on. Yeah, that's it. You know what, Lauren, that trade, that's just taking easy money.
Yeah. Like I said, I was nervous because it opened up so far below, and you said it's in the 2-3. But man, I just was, because I'm like you. I like to catch those ones right underneath that trap zone. That's where I like to catch it.
Oh, right here is where, that's where you eat, right there.
Exactly.
You can sit back in your chair and go, okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for all the time. But when I saw it open there, I was like, I don't know. So I held off, but I was like, man, I'm just gonna keep my stop loss tight and take a shot. And that
because you come in on a candle right here and then you just put your stop there and you say, well, if I get stopped out, I get stopped out. As it starts to move along, I jump over here onto my 8, you know. And then that was the other point. But let's go to the Qs here. I know I keep forgetting points. Iman, girl, you look like you need to go to bed.
I am very tired.
You know what? You can catch the recording. You don't have to stay
I
up.
know, but no, I don't get to ask my questions if I'm not here.
Okay. All right. I don't want you.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Yeah, by the way, Mr. Tony, they're still trying to prop the market. The Qs were up $4 in after market based upon Facebook beat for earnings.
Yeah.
Anyway,
We'll
see how it shakes out tomorrow morning, but depending upon all the other data they're going to report tomorrow. But, you know, right now they're trying to prop it up overnight. So,
yeah. So talk to me, John. What was going on today?
So I was enjoying the ride down from about let me blow up my chart a little bit.
Hopefully you were in this area here.
Yes, yeah, I was in that area. Yes, I was enjoying my ride down, and I did my wonderful little retracement where you see those 2 green candles at.
Yes, sir.
Right about it'd be 10:20 on your advanced. Yes, did my retracement, and I said, oh goody. So I took another little ride down. But now here's what got me. You see that huge, lovely, out of nowhere green candle?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That bad boy.
Yes. we are seeing a lot of those right now. They are just like trade killers right now.
Yes,
Here's-
because again, you see that it was like, oh, this sucker's gonna do what it did previous. I'm saying, thinking to myself, I didn't say it definitely now. I didn't say it will. I just said, oh, it may do what it has done on other days. It may just ride right on down, or at least give me a little warning. You know what I mean?
yeah. But they're just blasting up. So you got to be, and I think I put a note up here today. I said, count your candles, be aware. I don't even know how many got here. One, two, three, four, five, six, actually. And
Yeah.
this candle was really kind of running out of gas when we got to candle number 6 down here. That's why I was telling you guys, count your candles. You guys be careful, because these are coming in and they are just wiping out trades right here. But you got to also be aware of the fact that, you got
away from the 20. That's right, because your 20 is blue, correct?
Yep, that's my 20. Right?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Yep.
I mean,
okay. Yeah, I got you, Mr. I got you. Okay.
I mean, it happened right there too. I mean, you were very fortunate, on this.
Oh, no,
one right here.
Actually, by the time I had taken my profits, and I was happy. I was resting during the retracement. And so, and then when I saw what didn't happen, I said, oh yeah, I'm good to go. So I wrote it a little bit more on the way down. But yeah, the 20. Yes, sir. The 20.
Well, I think that's the first thing I talked about in the course.
The 20. Yes, sir.
If you
The
do
20.
nothing else, trade with the 20.
Yeah, I was too far away from the
And
20.
it's a magnet. It is a magnet. It can get away.
But it can't stay away.
Can't
Okay,
stay away.
I see it. Okay, I see the error of my ways now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I
Thank you
just
very
gotta be, like I was saying earlier on, I just, when I'm trading, my whole thing, when I talk about me sitting back, I never sit back and do this. Believe me, I'm always typically like this when I'm trading. I'm like right up on the screen, because I'm looking at the 200, I'm looking at the 20, I'm looking at the 8, I'm looking at the quality of the candles, I'm counting the number of candles, I'm looking if any of these things are setting up near any of those indicators I referred to. So there's just a number of things that you guys need to be looking at, okay?
Mr. Tony, can I show you one more thing?
Absolutely.
Actually, 1.5. Look at the candle at 2:40, 2:38 your time. I'm saying to myself, that candle took some people out. That candle took some people out who thought they were going to experience a ride down under the 200, and that candle took some people out. But that's not the candle I really want. I was laughing at that one because I wasn't in the trade at that point.
Okay.
But the candle at 244 your time. Next one.
Let me erase that. Right here.
Yeah, that one. Okay. So was there anything in your learned estimation that would tell you that we were about to, I mean, I could have, there was nothing that told me that I should take a trade down there. At least that I saw.
No. Mm-mm.
I think
Because to
that-
be honest, what's that? Go ahead, Iman.
Yeah, I just think that the whole market just was tired at that time. Like Bank of America, Citi, they look like the same. It was the same, I guess,
Sell
angle.
off. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. No,
But you don't see anything that would tell you that, well, maybe I need to go
you're
short.
short. No, to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't have picked anything up to about right here, because I would have said, you know what, that's a pretty decent move on this red candle right here. But to be honest with you, not really, John. I would have picked it up. Maybe if I picked it up, I'd have picked it up somewhere like right around here.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't have picked it up.
Nothing.
right-
I would definitely not have caught it up there. No.
Okay. All right. I just make sure that my thinking is correct. But again, aside from being away from the, on that first example, though, me being so far away from the 20, that was my indicator, like like be careful, be very careful.
Yeah.
If I on that first one, John, before that big huge candle over there, there was a retracement. All right.
Right. Which yeah,
there was a retracement there, and that's 5 candles down and away. I think before it did all that on that retracement candle, I'd been like, okay, this is a retracement. I got 4 or 5 candles down. I think I better be looking at getting out of here now.
well, Ray,
So
I've seen days where it's done that and rode down some more. So that's
Okay.
especially since about January the 5th.
Okay.
I've seen some days like that where it rode down another 3 or 4 candles. So anyway, that's why. But again, away from the 20. That is the
Yeah,
main
it's far
feature.
away from the 20. Yeah.
Yep.
That narrow to wide works so well. I almost don't really want to take trades unless they're right by the 20.
So okay.
You always,
Not by the
this
20,
is
by the
where
200.
this is where you want your trades at, in that little space right in there and that little space right there. That's where you're, you don't want to take trades down here unless you're trying to catch the retracement. Then you want to take the trades that are down in that zone right there. Because you're trying to head back, you're trying to get back home. You've gotten far away from home and now you're trying to get back home again.
So it might not be a bad idea to draw that type of
Sure.
that type of triangle.
Yeah, because more times than not, especially early on in the session, when it has time to make it back to the 200, you could go ahead and you can be a little creative and you can draw that line. You're probably seeing the angle of the direction, giving you an angle on how it's headed back toward the 200 anyway. You could take the liberty with your epic pen and just go ahead and say, oh, you know what? It looks like this. It looks like it's going like here. It looks like it's going to go all the way. Maybe you don't have all this yet. Oh, it looks like it's going to do one of those on me. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, that one right there, though, to your point, though, this one right here, where you have the 2 huge green candles, then you have those 3 little candles.
Here, let me clean this up. We're at over.
Right there, yes. You have the 2 huge green ones. You know, those 3 little guys running over.
Yeah.
Now, I did go short at that point, and I made a little money.
Okay.
But I didn't stand it long because I know it act like a chipmunk and be skittish. So
All right. Got a nice 180 right there.
that 180. Yeah, that. See, did I go? I got to check my record to see if I went short at that point. But that told me. And then that huge red candle. But anyway, can't make all the money, right?
And you can't get it up, and it never traded back at that level again the rest of the session. We just got to be looking. I think a lot of times, a lot of stuff's going on. I know you guys, it's almost like if you played sports, like I used to tell my kids all the time, hey, take a deep breath, take a real big deep breath, especially when they're going up, hit the ball, when they were going up to the plate to hit. Take a deep breath. I want you to try to slow the game down a little bit. Slow the game down so you can see everything that's going on. Because somebody like John missed that 180 right there today.
Yeah, let's see. Did I miss it? Let's see. What time did that take place, Mr. Tony?
Around 12:48.
12:48.
46.
Yeah, I missed that one. Yeah, I did. Yes.
There to.
I meant to mention that too. Yeah, on Boeing, I thought about you today because when that thing turned around, it had a picture perfect 180 on the bottom of that trend.
Really?
Picture perfect.
Did you take the trade?
Nope, I caught it late. I didn't see it until later because I wasn't watching it the whole day.
Yeah, see, Lauren, because you're looking at your scanner.
Yeah, I wasn't watching it, man. But you got to see it. I almost sent you a screenshot. I was like, man, it made me think of you so much.
And again, I know I'm repetitive about things, but you know what? This thing, it's not easy. It's I try to make it. My whole goal for you guys has been, And for myself, that was the whole goal of me trying to figure this thing out. How can I make it simplistic? You know, because it's got to be simple for me. Remember, I'm just a kid from Compton. It's got to be simple. I'm not, you know, I'm not a rocket scientist. Matter of fact, my brother-in-law, who was there at the funeral, he works for Martin Marietta. He is a rocket scientist. He flies to Florida. He's working on that program they got. He's a rock. And when I show him this, he goes, "Man, that just looks like a bunch of garbage to me, Tony." And I go, "Okay." And that's the difference. I'm too dumb to do what he does. Okay. But this makes total sense to me. But I want you guys to take a deep breath, slow down, and not miss these trades because they're huge. You know, John, you buy puts there, baby, and you literally are sitting back in the chair all day, rest of the session.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least part of the session. But again, where I did buy some puts and it was nice was at was again 9-ish. Yeah, right around there. Yes. Mm-hmm.
That was a great trade. That was, man, when I have trades like that, man, I mean, I'm out the door. Bye. Bye. You know.
Well, I got some recovering to do. So
okay. Gotta play a little catch up. I get
yes,
it.
Sir.
Gotta play a little catch up. I get it. No problem. But that would have been a nice one. So Lauren, you had a I'm gonna go back real quick here. I want to see that 180.
Yeah, wait till you see it. It's picture perfect, man. At the bottom of that trend. Look at the very bottom.
Well, there it is.
Yep.
Right there.
Bam.
Well, you had to be a little patient with it, but that was okay.
Yep.
My goodness. Narrow, wide, back to narrow again. You know, and you know why it does that, right? Just like the same thing. The reason why the 20 is so reliable is because the market is trying to find balance. Okay. It's trying to find its balance. The whole thing, when you guys see on level 2 and the numbers are going back and forth and it's going from the bid and the ask, it's trying to find its balance. It never can, but it's always attempting to do so. That's why this continues to happen. I don't know anybody who talks about this. I've been in so many rooms and I've heard so much stuff on YouTube, but I've never heard anybody really talks about this. And I know I got trained on it, so I know the professional traders know about this. This is what they trained me on. They were like, the market breathes. It breathes in, it breathes out, and it breathes back in again. And we can pull charts. I'm sure you guys have looked at it enough. We can pull like the next 20 charts, and I can show you somewhere on that chart where it went from narrow to wide, back to narrow again, and from narrow to wide, back to narrow again. And it just does it. Oh, and yeah, I mean, if you want to get a little fancy and get ahead of yourself, you can kind of predict it a little bit. Now, I didn't make it all the way back, but it went from narrow to wide and back to narrow. Didn't make it all the way back to the 200. But it sure tried to make an attempt to get back home.
Well, it did later on that day. So
yeah, and then here, yeah, eventually, it did.
Quick question, Mr. T. Hey, Lauren, when did you get out? When did you exit the trade? Which candle made you exit?
So honestly, I had made a good amount. I didn't want to be greedy, so I got out, but I got out closer, like around I don't see a time, but yeah, around that area where you just went.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the thing about that, I mean, I get it. It was a fantastic trade, but you probably weren't thinking about, okay, let's do this real quick. I mean, we got a little second, let's kind of play with it a little bit. I like to do this sometimes. So, I mean, you're out of the trade, say you got out right there. And you're thinking, well, you probably wouldn't have got out right there, but say you got out right there. Okay, because you got 2 green candles, broke the 8, and we're cool. Okay, we're done. All right, broke my 8, bam. And you failed to recognize the fact that, oh my God, there's a 180 right there too. Okay, is that what happened? Or did you get out back over here, Lauren?
Yeah, I got out back over there.
Back over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if I would have followed the rules to the T, exactly what you said, I would wait for those 2 candles to kind of break that 8.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was
But
way here.
this would have told you something's up right here. You went,
Yep.
"Ooh,
Oh yeah.
man, that's a straight reversal sign right there."
Yeah, for sure.
You know, hold on a second.
And if I would have waited that long, I would have been there to catch the ride back up.
That's what I mean. It's a straight
Yeah.
reversal sign. You know, and had you been thinking along the lines of, you know, doing something like this, or let's say at this point you were like this. Let's say the 200 was probably somewhere in that area right there. Let's say the 20 is somewhere like that. You would have said to yourself, well, wait a minute, we got narrow, we got pretty wide. Yeah, at some point, and if I get a reversal here too, man, it's probably going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a
If you
minute.
want to cheat a little bit,
Wait a minute. Wait a
Things
minute.
that make
Tony,
you go,
Are we talking about painting the picture?
no, don't get ahead. I'm just giving you some food for thought. I don't want you trading because that's not the rule.
Yeah, I know.
That's not the rules. Okay?
You got books dropping in my office.
Yeah. Okay. That's not the rule. I'm just saying, there is, and to that point, there is a bit of art that goes along with the skill side. Okay. There is a bit of art that goes along with the skill side. Okay. So you can be, you can have some foresight, you can have a little bit of foresight, whether or not you want to,
You can take us into the intuitive side now.
Yeah. Whether or not you want to involve any risk capital in that, that's entirely up to you.
Yes.
That's entirely up to you. I would, I right now, until you guys build your accounts up a little bit bigger, and you have some more risk capital in there, I would say just stay with this right now. Don't get too fancy, Stay with this. And I think you guys are going to be just fine. But there's a lot of trades that are out there that we'll get to. Okay. I'm taking trades right now, stocks selling off and I'm buying. My brother's, well, this was a while ago. He was watching me buy into a sell-off. And he's like, why are you buying into the sell-off, Tony? I said, because it's going to retrace. And if it doesn't, then I'll just get stopped out and I'll lose some money. But you need to have a little bit in the account before you start doing that too. But you also have to understand what you're looking at. Like the retracement we had on that little Roblox thing I was just showing Iman a minute ago. That right there, I would have been buying all the way up into that. I've been placing trades. Hold on a second. Here, let me just show you real quick. And I've showed you guys in the room. I know I showed you guys in Clubhouse one day, and I said I probably shouldn't have shown you that, but it is what it is. LA, what's going on, man? You just popped up on my screen. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while.
Just working, just getting back to Chicago, and I saw the email, so I wanted to pop in. I still got another client, so I'm trying to get some in, see what's going on.
Hey man, I love it. Hey, it's not too late to make some money tonight, right?
That's right. Well, in the morning, that's for sure.